Hello Pisces, welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. If Pisces is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your reading. Please hit the like button, leave a comment. Consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. And if there's anything you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now this is going to be a general reading. We're going to save those cards. So try to be open and receptive, okay, to whatever might come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Pisces, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. Oh my goodness, look at that 10 of Pentacles. Very cool. I like that. That's a very, very powerful card. This is going to be painting a very successful picture. Now we have these 3 cards here, and I wonder what we should do with these, if we should save them, or if we should see what they might be revealing to us about this 10. Let's see what they are first. 2 of Swords, a 3, and a 6 of Pentacles. These are all really, really wonderful energies. Let's finish up. Yeah, this is a lot of major arcana over here. Let's select our mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. For that, we're going to use the Smith-Waite Tarot. And this is just one card that we're going to select at random. We'll put our alien friend right on top. We're not going to look at that card until the very end, and hopefully it will tie everything together and give us the confirmation that we need. Okay, so that's really something. We've got some really good energy. Now we have a little bit of fire, right? We've got a little bit of water. We've got a little bit of air, just enough air, I think. And then we've got the tremendous earth energy. We've got a couple of majors. It's pretty balanced, right? It's pretty balanced. I really, really enjoy this 10 of Pentacles here. This is the picture of our best life, all right? I think that we are in a position now where we can manifest our best life. I feel like the only thing we really have to do now is to choose to do this. There's nothing here that's impeding us at all. The only thing, if I had to find a problem or a challenge or some kind of obstacle in this reading at all, it's very difficult to do. The only thing is the 7 of Swords. It's just a little bit of a mental blockage, perhaps. This is the need. This is the general energy. I think this is kind of how you're viewing things right now. You're looking at this situation, right? You're looking at the path of the dove. And you're thinking, God, how do I choose? Out of all the things that you want in life, out of everything that you are going to manifest, how could you possibly choose between, when the choices are infinite, how do you narrow it down, right? So this is just, if there is a challenge, it's the challenge of just staying focused, picking a lane, right? Picking a lane and not being distracted by these other really great opportunities. By kind of finding the thing that you want to do first and sticking with it, I'm getting such a wild feeling right now. It's such an intense glow. Like I feel like your aura is really, really bright right now. And let's start with the 10 of Pentacles. That card came out not really first, but it's the first one that we saw. And this is literally your best life. This is the picture that you have of everything that you want in life. If I were to ask you, and I probably have asked you before, if you were to draw a picture, or maybe make a list of what your best life would look like, what's in your top 10 list, right? 10 of Pentacles. What do you want your best life to look like? Yeah. we all might have some similar things on here. Family, a comfortable place to live, plenty of healthy food, good relationships, enough money to be comfortable, these sorts of things. But get specific about your life. Where do you want to live? How much money is enough for you? Who do you want relationships with? That sort of thing. Be specific. And all of these are going to come to fruition. All of these are going to manifest for you. It's just a matter of narrowing it down to where to start. Do we start at the very bottom, which, what is that one? But maybe that's, getting the right source of income so that we can have the right amount of money to pursue all of these other things that we want. Maybe this is first getting a solid connection with God, Goddess, deity, with our true self, right? Maybe this is letting go of something that we know is holding us down, whatever the first step is. And again, 7 of Swords, that's going to be the hardest thing, is to start the process, right? And that's why I think there is this 2 underneath everything, because this is the choice. Underneath it all, what is supporting all of this really wonderful manifestation, celebration, this is really something else. We have fire, water, air, and earth resulting in the best life. Yeah. So it's very balanced. And we know that everything rests upon our choice. No one is going to do this for you. No one's going to just come and say, hey, here's a 10 of Pentacles for you. So we had kind of the, we had these 3 cards, right? These 3 cards are the ones that came out face down. We didn't know what they were. Kind of the 3 wise men, right? The 3 wise persons. The 3 essential elements. The 3 alchemical elements. Right? The holy kind of trinity here. Which, the first one, where is it there? First one is choice. The first prerequisite to your best life is choice, is choosing, is intention, is being purposeful, is saying, yes, I'm going to do this. I'm going to start on this path of reaching my best life. This is like the postcard from the future, from your best life, right? Everything in there that you want, that you need, right? And we'll talk about that, because that's not a static picture. I know it's a 10, I know it's a postcard, but it's kind of like the Back to the Future postcard, right? It can change, the photograph or whatever. Things can come in and out of that picture, depending on your understanding, depending on how we continue to refine our choices and live with intention, right? In each moment. This picture is going to change, and it's supposed to. As you get to know yourself more, as you make more progress on the path, the destination might look a little different. You might start erasing some of those, maybe number 4, maybe number 8, and so, changing some of your answers. As you learn more, as you gain more experience, maybe it's good to just pencil these in. Right? Don't use a permanent marker, because it's going to change. And that's the beauty of it. I think that's an important aspect of this, the goals that we have, the ideals, the picture of our best life. So we're choosing, making the choice to start this. That is the first prerequisite. And the next one, well, is the creation of love, right? The water energy, the understanding of the glue that holds it all together, which is love, which is bonding, which is relationships, which is not just interpersonal relationships, but a spiritual relationship with the work itself, with our life, with the path, right? And this has to come before everything. This is what is behind, right? It's not what everything rests on, but it's what is behind everything. Kind of hidden behind all of our choices, hidden behind all of our goals, is the love that holds it all together. It's the love that keeps you on the path. It is the understanding that we have to create love. That in order to create this best life, we have to glue things together with love, right? It sounds corny, sounds silly. But I believe it. I believe in that which is silly. Because I think it's important. I think that we need the right attitude. We need to have understanding of ourselves. What is love? Right? What is the force that brings you together with the things that you love, with your goals? What is it that motivates you? Is it love? Love for family? Love for God, goddess, deity? Love for self, higher self? Right? Love for guardian angel? Love for ancestors? Love for the world? Right? Not just our world, but the world. The whole world. So what is it that motivates you? What is it that is pushing you forward? This card's kind of like the rocket boosters, right? This is what is propelling us to our future, and it's just, there's still some distance there, but we're just, we're traveling through time and space. We're going to leave our alien behind, though, for a few minutes. We're traveling through time and space to get to our best life. What is it? What is our fuel? What is pushing us forward to our best life? That is the second prerequisite. There's one more. And that is the ability to overcome. What are we overcoming? What are we triumphing over? This is at the top. This is kind of like the thing we're looking at. This is overcoming any kind of difficulty. This is the recognition that there will be obstacles and that we have to overcome them. Okay. This is knowing that you're going to have differences with people. You're not going to get along with everybody. Not everybody is going to be our best friend. We have to overcome the differences between me and you, and you and you and you, and anybody else. We're all different and unique. But those differences can either split us apart, can either kind of, scatter us like this, or can bring us together at the round table of cooperation, of networking, of support, of mutual success. Right? Are we going to Six of Pentacles? Are we going to overcome the difficulties, the obstacles, whether those are interpersonal obstacles, whether those are energetic obstacles, physical obstacles? So that's the third, I think, prerequisite. And the one that might be most important to you right now, that might be kind of at the top of your list right now of things you need to do, if you've got a to-do list going. The first one, sorry for the squeaky chair. I think it's time. We just hit 100,000 subscribers yesterday. I think maybe it's time that I get a new chair. This one's literally from the 1950s. Anyway, the Six of Pentacles is kind of what we need to do now. This is the first kind of most urgent task, and this is overcoming the obstacles that are preventing you from moving forward. We know we need to choose, we're motivated, but there's just something in our way, some kind of obstacle that we need to overcome. This could be just we don't get along with certain people, or there's something in our way right now, right? So whatever it is, we need to focus on getting over that. Because getting over that obstacle, creating this kind of creating this harmony and this cooperation, and whether it's between you and different aspects of yourself, whether it's between you and your environment, your family, your friends, coworkers, just other people generally. When you create this harmony, when you overcome these differences, this is really a radiant card. This is showing that everybody together in this alignment, it's going to be a blinding light. Yeah, blinding light. And maybe this part of the reason why I feel like your aura is really bright right now. I feel like you have all of these prerequisites kind of going for you. Everything is really activated. We have the balance, right? And in this cross, all of the elements are in perfect balance for you to manifest your best life. This is your radiant aura. All of your elements, all of the humors, all of the chi, all of the prana is in perfect alignment, perfect balance. This is the best. And this creates this radiance in you. It feels very bright in here. Now, moving forward, there is a sense of urgency, right? There is this sense of, if we don't start acting on this, if we don't start doing these things and taking practical steps, I feel like there's going to be this kind of anxiety. There's an eagerness in you, right? And moving forward needs to be, we need to move with swiftness, right? We need to move with this mercurial energy, a very fluid and smooth but fast motion. We need to glide effortlessly forward, right? Which is possible, incidentally, because we're in perfect alignment with all of these other energies. We've made the choice. We're motivated. We have this harmony with the environment or with other people. And now Mercury can fly like an arrow. This card is ruled by Mercury in Sagittarius. This is a smooth sailing. This is a very fast ship. Yeah. And if we don't move like that fast ship, there's going to be this anxiety. This card very often is talking about anxiety, especially the anxiety when we don't know which direction to sail. Right? There's these 8 kind of lightning bolts going in all the points of the compass, creating this compass rose, which on the one hand shows that any direction is going to be fruitful and profitable. Any choice you make, whichever one of these 10 coins you choose to do first, right, with the choice, is going to be profitable. This is the compass rose, right? The rose cross. What we have right in the middle of this card, right, is this blossoming of this, the spirit and the earth coming together. Heaven and earth as one amazing, radiant life, right? The best life. So any direction is going to be profitable. But if we, 7 of Swords, if we hesitate, if we go 2 steps in that direction and then we come back, we turn 2 steps that direction, no, we come back 2 steps this way and back, we're not doing anything. We're just dancing in place. We're not really making any progress, right? We're just kind of tap dancing. We're getting anxious. We're spending a lot of energy, but we're not moving. So that's where the choice, that's where this air energy really comes into it and gets us just make a choice, decide something and go in that direction, and that it's going to be straight like an arrow. It's going to be swift and smooth. So this shows the potential, but also what happens if we don't utilize the potential. You know, it's like electricity exists, and it can either be really bad or really good. Just depends on how we wire it, right? I'm not an electrician. I don't know anything about it. But I know we've got to choose to use it. And maybe the 7 of Swords is the circuit. Maybe this is saying that, look, your wire has to be, it has to be solid, it has to be straight, right? Can't have any breaks in it. It's got to be insulated, right? It's got to resist interference, but then it also has to resist the natural impulse of electricity to spread in every direction, right? If your wire's not insulated, all of that energy is going to just dissipate. It's going to leak out into the atmosphere. It's not going to get where it's going. So this is maybe, and if there are any electricians watching, let me know how this, continue the metaphor with me, please. Because I feel like we really need to get our wires straightened out, right? Get our wiring in place. And I think that's these two. And incidentally, this way forward brings us right here to the path of the serpent anyway. So it's the perfect segue. So we talked about the 7, and then the 7 really, all of this kind of hinges on this Lover's energy. Now, the Lover's card in the position of our environment or of our relationships, it's kind of talking a little bit about this one, but it's really talking about this path of the dove as a whole. And the Lover's card doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to meet with the love of your life and live happily ever after. It doesn't mean that you're going to get into a romantic relationship or a soulmate situation. You could. Very well. If that is your choice, if you're choosing to go in that direction first. If that's part of your picture, yes, then this can apply that way. This is our commitment to our choice. This is saying that when you've got all of your wiring sorted out, when we've made the choice of what goal to pursue, and we've set off in that direction, and we are not deviating from that direction, we're staying on course, all of that is the Lover's card. We're choosing that path to the exclusion of the other directions for now. And again, the picture could change. Now, this might be manifesting as you're, focusing on your relationship goals, right? Finding your soulmate, enhancing your relationship with your partner, or with your family, or with your friends, right? Strengthening the bond between you and your loved one or ones. But this is the commitment and the bond to whichever path you're on, whatever goal you're aiming for first. Okay, this card's about commitment, really. It's the choice, but then it's deeper than that. It's a commitment to that choice. Yeah. Because it is the lovers that will eventually kind of give birth to this best life, to these goals, that will manifest these goals. It's you plus the other aspect that's needed. It's you plus the path itself that's going to result in the birth of this best life. Okay. Now, continuing on, we've got here this Prince of Cups. This is what we don't want. This card to me is representing an outer life and an inner life that just aren't vibing. Yes, it could be a water sign person in your life that maybe is interfering here in some way. We don't want that influence. But I feel like this is part of us. We don't want to feel this disconnect between our external life and our internal life, right? So we need to be aware of this. And I think this card's just kind of like a check-in, It's something we need to be aware of. We need to look at it every once in a while. Are you doing the things in your life that match the intensity that you feel on the inside, right? Are you being absolutely transparent with yourself, or are you putting on a mask thinking, this is the life that I have to pursue, these are the goals that I have to want, or that I'm supposed to want, right? So this card is asking the question, this picture of this best life that I asked you to draw, or write down your top 10 list, is this your list, or did you copy off somebody else, right? Are you turning in your own work, or did you just take what you thought the answers were? Or did you look at somebody else's paper and that's what you wrote down? Are you being true to your inner nature, or is this something that we think is expected of us, or this is what we think we're supposed to write down? The things that we feel like we're supposed to want. Peer pressure kind of thing. Consensus reality. Well, this is what everybody kind of writes down, so maybe I should want those things too. So it's a constant check-in, and that's another reason why this picture might change. We start to know ourselves better, right? So the Prince of Cups is not just about a persona, a mask that we wear to the external world, to other people, to conceal who we really are, but it's the mask that we might wear with ourselves. So we need to be absolutely clear and honest and transparent with ourselves. We don't have to be to the rest of the world. We have a persona, for a reason, psychologically. But with ourselves, we have to continue to get to know ourselves. And that's how this picture will change. It's not just a one thing and done. It's not just, the glasses come off and you're Superman. It's a process. It's an ongoing check-in with yourself. Be like, are these really my goals? Do I still want these things? Did I ever really want these things? Or what do I want now? How am I going to change this, the picture that, or the top 10 list, that we wrote down? So very important card, and it's in an awkward position because it's what we don't want. We don't want to admit that maybe we wear a little bit of a mask even to ourselves, right? But we need that energy. We have to be aware of that. It's an ongoing, process. Now we end the Path of the Serpent with this Justice or Adjustment card. This one's pretty straightforward. I feel like this is us. This is us committing to the path. See, we have that Ace of Swords. So we're on our direction. We're gliding through the water smoothly. But we're aware that we may have to course correct. We still have to be aware. We still have to be very discerning. We have to be very present so that we can make minor adjustments to our path. You can't just set autopilot and expect it to be a straight shot, expect it to be very precise. Sometimes you got to check back in with the car, like these Teslas and stuff. They drive themselves or something. Well, I don't think I would ever trust that. I'd always feel like I got to at least adjust the wheel a little bit here and there and check the speed and, I want to feel like I can still drive, So I think that's part of this Justice card, is course correcting. I feel like we're starting to drift a little bit off course. Let's bring it back, This is also part of this Prince of Cups. It's right on top of the Prince of Cups. So this is some energy that really is going to apply everywhere. This Justice card is really going to have to kind of jump around and take care of everything and see if anything needs adjusting, right? We don't want to forget about these over here. Everything might need a little bit of adjusting. And so this is kind of our attention that has to check in with everything, every aspect of our life, to make sure that everything is still good, that nothing needs changing, nothing needs adjusting, nothing needs a little bit of tweaking, or we have to repair the insulation, or if a little wire came loose. Sometimes you got to tighten the battery cable. I have an old car. I'm always with the battery cable. So this is a lot of attention, it's being present. And it's understanding, too, how things will change. We have to weigh how we feel. We have to be honest and fair and balanced with ourselves and what we want. And we have to weigh what we're doing against what we really want and what our goals are, what our 10 of Pentacles is, and just kind of see, well, does it even out? Does it work? Very important card. But now, I want to see that mystery card. I still feel like this is a radiant. I'm sure that this is going to be the sun, because the whole reading. By the way, the alien has an official name now. It's Alien Simon Mork Ripley. So say hello to the alien, the guardian of the mystery card. I feel like this is going to be the sun. I don't feel like it's the star, because I feel really the way I'm experiencing it is that it's really bright and it's like right here in front of my face, It's not something distant where it's just, well, I can see, yeah, things look good. The future seems pretty good. No, this is right here. This is, pretty intense. It feels It feels very bright. No, it's not just the lights. It's a very strong aura. And to me, I'm feeling the heat and the brightness from this sun energy. I feel like that's your aura right now. Maybe I just got to clean my glasses, but let's see. Let's see what it is. Yeah, of course. This was such a strong feeling that I wasn't even going to entertain any other thoughts about what this card would be. It could have been something else that would radiate like this, but nothing else really would. You know, the Wheel of Fortune, yeah, that could be it. But that radiates, but not quite like this, right? It could be the Judgment card, the Eon card, that kind of radiates to me. But that's more of a neon sign kind of down the road. Just the same way the star might be. Yeah, this, I mean, we don't really need much more confirmation than this. You are in perfect balance, and it really is the cross imagery is very solar imagery. It is the perfect balance of spiritual and earthly life, heaven and earth conjoined, a rose cross kind of situation that produces this spiritual sun, right? And yes, it's the Son of God. It is the soul. It is what happens when the vertical and the horizontal unite into this infinite moment, this solar event that is you right now, in this perfect balance, perfect harmony and enlightenment. And yeah, maybe these were the three wise men that came to support the sun here, and in the great work that you're doing in the future, that you're doing right now in this infinite moment. This is such an unexpected reading. This is the Rider-Waite or the Smith-Waite depiction of the sun card. But if this was the Thoth sun, it would have even more of this radiance that I'm experiencing, because this card doesn't even do this feeling justice, right? It's such a radiance coming from you right now. I'm very, very, very humbled right now. So anyway, extended reading. Yeah, we're going to do an extended. Click up there. That'll give you access to all of the extended readings, not just Pisces, but for every sign. You can cross-watch. You can check your other placements. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Okay. Thank you for letting me read for you. And thank you for being the very most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot.